back in Italy, excited. This is the one where the roof should start. I say should start because, you know, it's Italy, it should have started. Anyway, I was hoping it would have started by now. I've been here a day or two and it's not started yet. I'm only here a few weeks and the weather is perfect for it. So in the interim, while I wait again, there's a few bits that I didn't quite get up to speed on, you know, moving from the far end of the house to this end of the house to take all that end of the roof off. So that's what I'm doing, just getting it up, really. Okay, 10 bags of stuff. Now, this stuff's cheap. Where is this? What did I just pay? 5 bags was 17 euros or 17.41 cents. Strange calculation on the unit value. So 17 divided by 5 is, and this stuff is more expensive. This was 35 euros. I think that's still cheap. Alright, this stuff, the cheap stuff, is good, really good. I've re-skimmed the walls there because I wasn't quite happy with the finish. It doesn't come across that clear on camera, but because I was learning, I was scraping, scratching, dragging. Didn't look great. So I've redone portions of it and then I ran out and I didn't have the car on the last trip. So now I've got the car to just pick them up. So this will do more of the walls inside and I can use this for sticking the stones on the wall. So I need to finish off what Simon and Steph started for me and do that. This stuff then is the stuff I wish I had before. So it's coloured and it's lime. So this will do for the, what's it called? In between the walls. That'd be a nice finish. And you can use this internally as well as a finish. I'm going to see what this looks like on one section of the wall because you might not need to paint it. I don't know how it's going to look. This stuff here comes out grey, so you got to paint that. That's all right. So yeah, now I've got the car, I've been able to pick these things up. And what am I thinking of? Right, I'm going to use it for, you know, filling in this bit, making that look good. So I'll practice on this and then I'll do it properly on the other pieces. I always forget what these things are called. It's like the blind leading the blind some days, isn't it? scat-ganded and I'm trying to get the camera in there. It should be here. So let's move this. You're not learning anything on this other than how not to do it. I'm going to check, see how this dries, because I don't know if this is a finished colour or it does need painting. So the grey stuff obviously needs painting, but this might be a nice finish. I don't know yet. So I've done it in the corner to try it, and I quite like the way it pits. Is that the right word? Anyway, if I mess it up, I can do it again, can't I? Yeah, no problem there. This one will be nice. I hope this one is the right colour, because I'll temporarily have my office here and then shelving behind, which I've already got. I'll put that up probably tomorrow. That'd be nice, I think, a contrasting colour, but we'll see, eh? I'm no designer. All right, time to tidy up. Out for dinner tonight, so it's the weekend. Nothing burst. Oh, have I set the camera up? No, that is on camera. Alright, well, we'll class that as how you drill a hole in a wall, yeah? So maybe we're getting... Are we moving towards how to... No, we're not. We're not a how-to channel. I say we, you're in this now, aren't you? You're in it with me. So that's the real we. I'm doing this and other things. We are end of February. It feels like spring's arrived. I mean, you could be out sunbathing and you can see the buds on the trees really starting to come through. Yeah, I had a lovely day meandering around Milan, taking the atmosphere. It was brilliant, to be fair. And then back, day's work, out for dinner tonight with a couple who's house hunting around here. Oh, I tell you what, it's a little bit of everything. Bit of the house, bit of relaxing, bit of adventure, bit of socialising. It just feels right. It feels really good. Okay, let me show you the buds on the trees. Buds on the trees to tell the arc of the story, isn't it? Yeah, storytelling. We're learning. Okay, pull that through from the other side. See, bones. Okay, back to it. Right, wiring. I've got the stuff. So temporarily I'm going to make a new junction box, which will basically bring in the old wiring into this, connect it through into the new cabling, which will go off to a couple of plugs. And that'll enable me to move from the far end of the house where my office is at the moment, where I work, I'm on the computer a lot, and I need to bring it up to this end of the house and into that corner. And there's no power over there. All the power on this house is really down one side of the house. It is old, so fair enough. So I am doing this myself. It's temporary. I've done this many times before. It's just a few plugs. It's effectively an extension cable, so it's nothing complex. I think I'll run a few extensions off of the Italian stuff because I've still got loads of British things I bring down for like my computer, the screens, and all the chargeable stuff I've got. So I'm not fully converted to all the Italian plugs and adapters. And it's a fortune, isn't it? It's a lot of money. Why can't they just make this? Why isn't this universal? So the plan long term, there will be solar in this house. There's a long conversation going on about that, which obviously is taking a while to piece together. But I'm going to have two circuits. One will be the mains as it is, keep it along one side of the house, and it'll be like an emergency backup thing. So I'm going to stay on grid for that, because there's no point cutting that off because it comes literally through the land, so why would you? But for everything else, all the new stuff will be run off solar. I'll be a totally separate circuit, and I'm not going to plug back into the grid. It's too much to go into reasons why at this point in time, and although I've made my decision, I'm still sort of sanity checking it all. So the important thing with solar when it comes in is it fixed? Because if it's not, the permission changes. So I'll check the wiring, no problem. An expert will know what they're doing, and that'll be easy. Per permission, it's back to some of the challenges with the roof. They're kind of all intertwined, and you can see where people want to make money out of these things. There's clearly a little bit of the way I'm feeling and what I've learned in the last few weeks, there's clearly a massive difference between a sort of brand new build out of the ground or a demolish and rebuild. So you're doing everything from scratch, and there's a whole load of building regs around that. Great, no problem with that whatsoever. But those rules don't fit into renovations. There lies my gap. That's the pain I'm in, I think, is because people see some things as a fix. I don't know if I've covered this somewhere else, but the classic is, are you fixing the roof or are you replacing the roof? Well, I'm going to replace some tiles. Does that mean the whole thing's a replacement? And a replacement needs new rules. You're fixing it, you're just making good. Different rules. And when those two rivers collide, you get a riptide / rip-off. People trying to take money for something that they clearly don't really need to pay for. Okay, wiring. Not a how-to, not an expert. You're not going to learn from me, but I'll just be honest and show you what I'm up to. And no, this doesn't need sign-off, and I don't need the town hall and mayor to come, and I don't need a geometer and half the village to come and have a look at it. I'm just going to do it, yeah? I'll cover solar another day because it's an interesting one. I'll definitely have solar here. There's 2 or 3 ways to get it done because I've really got to be sure I'm right in telling you what's happening. I think I know. I think I've got enough information to tell you, but I'm just sanity checking it all before I do. So yeah, there will be solar in time. that's fine. Alright, instead of sitting inside in a dark corner working on my knees, I think I can build most of this extension I'm making outside and then put the main into it last. Beautiful day, so better sat out here than inside, eh? Where am I? Okay. Well done, Apple, for putting this on-off button in a really sensible place. I think I'll dress the shelves another day, yeah? This is just temporary. And it gives me a better workstation for all my paperwork that I need. Charging. This is what I edit from and what I edit through with DaVinci Resolve, Studio Vision. And 2 screens is useful, really useful. Especially when it comes to trying to choose and cut the music. Alright, let's carry on. I changed my mind again. See, it can be dusty, but I think it's nice to maybe get some colour into things. So let's get all my books out of the boxes. Add a bit of colour. Is that going to drive you mad? A little bit of unevenness on the books. I'm not going to colour code stuff. No, not doing that. A lot to check off on this one still. Right, I'll do. sort all that later. I think I'll leave this one here because I'll get some pictures, you know, I'll dress all that another day. This is just so I can carry on working while all the work's going on and the roof comes off. So this is a good time to end this one because I want to start the next video with me starting the roof. So that's exciting. That's all lined up. There's been a hell of a story behind the scenes of how I've got to this point, which I'll cover in detail another time. And I don't want to tempt fate, but things should be starting tomorrow. All right, thanks for watching. Another thing for the observant ones, you might notice this little thing in the corner, it's a different router, that's Starlink. So I've had that for 2 weeks and I'm doing a real deep test on it, to be honest. It's, I'll share that in time as well. It's too early to give an honest review, and it's not sponsored, by the way, so I'll be really brutal, really honest, because out of the box, you don't get the speeds they claim you get, and I can prove it. But let me do a bit more testing on that. All right, so thanks so much for watching and sticking with this. I know there's loads of delays, but things tend to only happen when I'm here. And I've spoken to a load of people now who live in Italy and they feel the same way. So because I'm not here full time, things drag, things move, and nothing lands on time. It's really rare that things actually happen when they say it's going to happen. And that obviously affects the way I record things, edit things and publish things. But it's a whole work in progress, and like I say, I want to show the honest side of what it's like living here. It's not a glossy how-to channel, this is real. So there's delays, there's curveballs, there's... Anyway, you know, ramble on. All right, thanks. See you, hopefully, on the roof. Bye.